Hi, I'm Ron from my backyard, and today I'm going to try to show you how to smoke a turkey. I'd looked at several other YouTube videos on how to smoke a turkey, and most all of them that I saw didn't give you a complete recipe. They said use some brand of rub, or buy your rub here. I don't like that because you don't always have it on hand when you want to do it. So I'm going to show you from scratch what I did. This was an absolute punt when I started working on this thing, but it came out so good in my opinion that decided to do a video of it. So we've got a couple different birds here we're doing that are in different stages, just to cut down on my working time and Brent's filming time a little bit here. So here we go. So the first sketch here is this was a weird turkey. I didn't look at it in the store when I bought it. It's breast only, no legs, no nothing else. You'll see another bird that does have legs on it in part of this video too, but believe me, it's the same process throughout. So the first thing I want to do is I'm just getting the thing dried up, just pat it dry. I use my liquids off my bacon brine on my bacon video to do a light coating on, and I found that it was not dry. It doesn't stick very good. It just kind of runs off. So that's why I want to get things fairly dry. So the first thing I do is, this is the liquid I use in my bacon video. I want to say this is like 2 parts molasses, not blackstrap, and 5 to 7 parts real maple syrup. That's what this mix is here. So we'll just
So do you have any favorite chefs?
Well, I don't know. I kind of think I like Bobby Flay because I heard he was going to name his daughter Sue.
I'm a big fan of Gordon Ramsay.
He's too polite for me.
Some of the greatest memes ever.
There, you got a video of me washing my hands. Usually we don't show that, but a lot of people complain, so now you know that we do it.
That is a good portion of the comments.
Yes.
So Ron, some people might ask, what the heck are you going to do with 2 or maybe 3 turkeys worth of turkey meat in a week period?
Well, I'm giving one of them away. Well, I'm giving 2 of them away actually, and I just got done turning one of them into Southwest style turkey soup, which I'll send out for a few taste tests, and if anybody wants, we can post a recipe for that one too.
And how do you keep that fresh?
I pressure can it all. So I pressure can, I think, about 3.5 gallons sitting outside right now. So
We're gonna have to do a pressure can and soup video.
we can do that. I have some real simple recipes. I'm kind of a simple guy. So this is just my bacon brine mix, which I want to say is 1/3 cups Morton kosher salt, 1 cup white salt, 1 cup brown sugar, and depending on the amount of meat, a couple of teaspoons of cure number 1. So,
I'll put the exact amounts.
yeah, I think that is the exact amount. I think I remember that. But so I'm not trying to kill this thing on this stage. Now I'm going to just give it a light sprinkling with Cajun seasoning. I'll try to find my recipe that I used in this batch, but just any generic off-the-shelf Cajun seasoning. I'm guessing it'd work just fine. That's all we do in phase 1. I'm going to put it in a large stock pot over here. Now I have a 24-quart pressure cooker. These are 12, 13-pound turkeys, and they seem to fit in those just fine. So Now we'll just put a lid on that baby and put it in the refrigerator, let it sit overnight. So, you know, this is what I do with my leftover soups. I find it just as easy to make a big batch as a small batch. So this was one 12-pound turkey worth of turkey soup. So
So I see them, they look like they're still boiling in the jar.
yep, that's what happens when you pressure can. There's it's under a vacuum now, and so things boil at a much lower temperature than what they would. So they'll keep boiling like this a long time. And if you guys would like to see a pressure canning video, we can certainly do one for you. Pretty easy, and you know, one of my favorite things to do. So we've got overall here probably three. There's 2 gallons of soup there, and with the pints we got real close to 3 gallons of turkey soup here. So the Southwest style, and happy to post a recipe on that if you want it. So let's head back inside and I'll show you stage 2 of the brining process.
Beautiful day today.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful day, but it's a little chilly and damp out there.
'Tis the season.
Yeah. So for the second stage, I'm gonna wet brine it. So my brine is 1 cup packed brown sugar, 1 cup white sugar, and 1 cup kosher salt. And I'll dissolve this in a gallon of water. So I want this brine to cover up as much of the turkey as I can. So instead of just using a gallon, I'm going to use 1.5 gallons of water, and so I'm going to add another 1/2 cup of all the ingredients. But the basic is it's a 1:1:1 ratio to 1 gallon of water. So 1.5 cups of that, 1.5 cups of that. Half cup of sugar. So I'm doing this in water. This is my cure number 1. I highly recommend that you add it. You know, we're spending a lot of time cooking a turkey. It's a big chunk of meat that's low and slow. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of cure number 1. I gotta make sure this damn thing's still dead. Alright, we're okay.
Okay, good. Just in case though, always have it happen.
That's right. So now I'm gonna add 1.5 gallons of good hot water to this. And to this, I'm going to add some Cajun spice, which I did in the first time I did this. How much I added, I don't really know. We'll go with about 1/2 cup, roughly. Smells interesting. Okay, we're gonna let this brine mix cool down a little bit before we put the turkey back in. So that's a good time for a beverage. I had too much whiskey a couple nights ago, so I'm gonna stick to the lighter stuff now. And while it's cooling, we're gonna take our time and clean up a few things in here. So our brine's cooled down a bit now, and I'm gonna put my turkey back in that. And you know, it's not totally covered in the brine. I'm okay with that. It's pretty well where I was last time I did it. I'll probably roll it over once before I go to bed, and we're just gonna let it soak in this overnight. Tomorrow morning I'll show you a quick injection, and we'll get it in the smoker and smoke it. The turkey's been brining overnight now. We're gonna get ready to throw it in the smoker. So the first thing I'm going to do is set it in a colander here and let it drain a little bit of the brine mix out of it. Alright, so we're going to let it drain there for a couple minutes, and then we'll inject it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat this a little bit dry here. Makes the smoke stick better. I've got it reasonably dry for now, and I'm gonna go ahead and inject the breasts a little bit, some of the thicker cuts of meat. I'm just gonna inject it with the same brine that I had it soaking in overnight. So when I start the injection, I want to do it up top. And I don't want to jam too much of it. If you look here, you can see that breast swelling up a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. Can change my angle. Get some back in a couple different spots, but I want to keep my needle up top so I'm not just leaving a hole where all the goodness runs out at. So, repeat the process on the other side. Okay, that should do it. Now this one, my first one, I just laid flat on my smoker rack like this. I'm going to try to set this one up so I can hang it. So I'm going to tie a couple pieces of string around the wing so I've got something there I can hook it off to for hanging. The turkey's pretty dry now. I'm going to move it over and set it on a different tray. Some paper towels on the bottom. And give it a bit of a final dry. Getting a little bit out of the inside of the chest cavity too. Alright, we're going to take it outside and throw it in the smoker. So got that in there. You'll notice I've got my smoker out here set to a temperature of 230 degrees. That's all the hotter I can get my smoke box. I just started it up. It's nice and cool. I wanted it to get plenty of smoke while the box is warming up. So I'll get my smoke generator going. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to smoke this one with hickory chips. I got a couple bags of them out there. I think I'm going to do it about 6 to 7 hours of smoke on it. I just kind of keep an eye on things. I want the internal temperature up to about 165. If it starts taking too long or to crisp things up, I might throw it in the oven at 300, tint it up for about the last hour. So. Smoke generator smoking good. I take my leftover briquettes. I just got another little pan here. I'll just dump them in there. Don't pick up the hot briquettes with your fingers. Always use tongs. And I'll sprinkle just a small handful of chips over those for just help get a little more smoke going sooner. Hopefully they don't flame out on me. Okay, we've had the turkey hanging for a couple hours now. We're gonna open the door, take a look, and I think I'll probably rack it up. Well, it's looking pretty good there. All right, back in we go. Too high there.
How your coals looking, Ron?
Well, those down there are a little low. I'm getting good smoke, but I'm going to add just another little handful of chips to them.
Good idea.
Basically, I just do that to help get the box temperature up off the get-go. All right. Okay, it's been about 5 hours this bird's been in here, so we're going to check the temperature, see how it's doing. I don't know if you can get that. It's looking like we're up to about 156 there. A different spot down in here. Looks like 156 there. All right, so I want to get some more smoke into this one. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my smoker temperature down to 170 degrees. And we'll give it a couple more hours and watch the temperature on it. We're going to do a temperature check on our turkey. It's been in there about 6 hours now, I believe. It's gotten a little damp out here in my backyard, but we'll see. So let's give it a quick check. It certainly looks good. Looks like we're at about 145. I got plenty of smoke on this, so I'm going to just bring it inside and put it in the oven at 300 and chin it up and just finish it in there, which is fine to do. I don't want it getting too dry. Well, it's probably not going to be getting too dry. All right, I've got my oven preheated. I'm going to tint this up loosely with some aluminum foil to keep the moisture in. But Brent says I couldn't get the skin crisp. I want you to feel that a little bit. See if you want to.
She got a little crisp. It's not KFC.
No, but it also doesn't have nearly as many chemicals as they use.
True. How many games of cribbage do you think this last leg is going to last?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 4. 3 or 4. Yeah, that's good enough. Gotta readjust around. All right, we'll check it again in a little bit. So I left turkey in the oven at 300 till it came up to an internal temperature of about 160. We've had it resting for a little bit, so we're going to do a taste test on it here. I can just go ahead and...
How juicy is it?
Well, I don't know. It's still pretty warm. I think it'll pass muster. I've got some unbiased taste testers over there. You guys want to try a taste?
Absolutely.
Come on over.
Absolutely.
That's hot. Now, I do want your unbiased, honest opinion on this.
Rick has appeared reluctantly in enough My Backyard videos that the watchers know he hates being on camera.
Came out really good.
Right. This is good eating.
It's good stuff. Came out really moist.
Was yours moist too?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So, apparently everybody likes it. You've heard their unbiased opinion. So,
One more unbiased opinion.
Have you not tried it yet?
No, I have not, and I'm gonna eat this piece right here.
That'd be a pretty good thing to take a look at turkey.
Oh, man. Mm. Come down from heaven. Wow, that's good, Ron. It's almost bacony in the flavor. Mm. Wow, that's good. Stan?
Awesome. Great flavor.
All right, let's get back to beating these guys up at cribbage. Tom's in the way of the cribbage board. There it is. All right, thanks for watching, guys.
I might need another unbiased opinion, so we can't.
That is the moistest turkey I've ever tasted in my life. Phenomenal.